Hi, I am quite enraged and frustration today because it has been the first time I try to do this video, and because it's sunny and beautiful this morning, as it has not been in weeks, there are a lot of people outside, people walking, people with their dogs, and I hate being vlogging, speaking to the camera, especially in English, in front of people, because they think that I am quite crazy. So I had an appointment Monday with a doctor specialized in pain, and she's amazingly kind and sweet and a good listener. Not the kind that says to you what you should think or feel, but that will absorb what you say and find what is meaningful in it. So, as she says, we have no clue about fibromyalgia more than when she began being a doctor 20 years ago, except that the pain is real and they have to take into account that we suffer. But they have no precise idea why we suffer. But she has some theories for what she have experienced and what she had learned into, this big congress about pain. And into my life story, there are things that make meaning. First one is that your nervous system is finalized, maturing when you are between your birth and your first birthday, about how your brain responds to pain. Because you are carried, touched, massaged, it can create pain, to be touched and to be changed of position. But if there is no injury and it is done with love and care, your brain learns to say, I will take no attention to this pain, I don't feel it, I don't say to the body there is danger. And so you, little by little, learn that moving, being touched, all sorts of things are not dangerous. So you don't feel the pain, because the brain says, oh no, there is no important pain. But as I have been a premature baby, with some surgery at birth, and I have been 6 months into my plastic box without being really touched and loved, because I was far away from my parents that made the journey every day to see me, but they could not stay long with me. And I have all these tubes, needle, I had a feeding tube directly into the belly, I still have the big scar about it. And most of the time when I was touched or moved, it was to put needles. My veins were so little that they had to put the needles into my skull, not my skull but the skin on my skull, and into my feet, things like that, which just thinking about it I am so a place to stay. So, and sorry for that, we'll stop moving. And so my body, my nervous system seems to have ingrained the idea that being touched and moving and everything like that can trigger really dangerous thing. So the pain is more or less, erased, not as much as a normal person. Another theory is that as just after being taken out of my box and put to my parents' home, we had a really big car crash, and my sister died, and her best friend died. My father was to the hospital, and my mother had to deal with everything all alone, and I was miraculously not injured into my body. But as I was a little baby, and I have grown with that, nobody has thought that I have learned to grow around PTSD, you know, around this trauma, and that all my brain and nervous system are not reacting normally to life in general, and it makes sense. I have always felt that there are parts of me that don't play like the others. Like, effectively, I have a huge awareness about everything that is around me, even the energies, and sometimes it's good, but it seems that my attention is never fading. So I have never, or very, very rarely, make a real night of sleep, with deep sleep, where the body and the brain can really be refreshed and renurtured. I have like this sleep pattern when I wake up every half an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours max. So I never sleep really deep, and everything can awake me, It's why with my husband we don't sleep together, because he has also a bad sleep and really not the same sleep pattern that mine. So everything, movement, needing to pee, being too hot, being too cold, needing to drink, everything can make me awake, So, and as she said, your body can deal with it for a time, and if something too important happens and it drains your last energy, your body creates pain, suffers really from this lack of sleep. So there are two things. Often, not every people with fibromyalgia, but often they have this immature nervous system, and often they don't sleep well. And the third thing is that, as my last surgery has been a nightmare with really bad things happening after and really big pain, and most of the doctors try to lessen the idea of the pain I suffered, but she was, wow, what the fuck happened to you? And the only other doctor that was with me at that time was also the people that put you to sleep when you're in surgery, anesthetist, we say in French. And this pain doctor is also an anesthetist. And this woman was also freaking out when I was just screaming in pain. I had no IV at the moment because they just took it out, saying, "Oh, you seem well, we will wait a bit." And at that moment, just something exploded into me, and the pain was so infernal. And so it seems that not only I have PTSD from this surgery, but it just made the trauma and the PTSD from my birth just reawakening in full blast, And my body and brain, everything, my nervous system came under without enough energy, because I could not sleep normally, never. And so it's why after this surgery I slept like 18 hours per day, because I was so exhausted by what I lived. So the good news is that maybe if I relearn, my nervous system relearn to deal with pain and with this trauma, and that it has enough sleep and care and time to regrow, pain can disappear or at least lessen really a lot. The bad news is that there is absolutely no short-time shortcut, solution. I will have some reflexology. I don't know if you say it in English. The massage of the feet next year, and I will have some hypnotic therapy. But there is 1.5 year of waiting for that, because it's specialized in pain. There's only one person that does it, and they have thousands of people that are suffering. So, and the other bad news is that fibromyalgia in France, it's not seen as a real problem, So there will be absolutely no chance that I will be taken in consideration for my handicap. I will never have any help or money or anything like that. As long as fibromyalgia is not recognized, I will not have help. And it's, as we know nothing more about fibromyalgia, there is no chance. Maybe one day someone will say, oh, I know why it is, and it will be recognized as an illness, a real illness, and everything will change in the years after. But for now, I will have to survive by myself. It's another challenge, but yeah, good news, some other bad news. But the idea that I love is that we really meet very close, I think, to the truth. And this hypnotic session will help sometimes to make me vocalize, especially what traumatized me, So the funny thing is that I have always been interested in PTSD, post-traumatic disorder. And so it's really interesting. Sorry, but my camera is still making noise, and that I don't know if it stops or not. And so I have some ideas and theories about what I can do to help myself. So yoga is just the top thing. The doctor of pain was extremely happy that I was practicing yoga every day for years. And there are a lot of things, that meditation and things that I can do more. Sorry for that. I have my brain that is like blocking. So I will stop the video now. If I have other ideas to tell you, I'll do another video to add to this one. So have a nice day, my friend. Hoping you will have a great Christmas time and a great winter. See you soon. I love you.